Talking Luther College men's tennis with head coach Adam Strand. And coach, you got your competition schedule for the spring semester. Got that underway last weekend. From the time you had them in the fall to the beginning of practice this year, how much improvement did the guys make to get them as ready as they can be for this spring semester?
Sure. I think we saw some good improvement from a lot of our guys. Quite a few of them were out on the courts a lot and really working on their games. We had individual meetings with all of them to kind of talk about, a thing or two that they needed to work on, throughout the off season. And then they also spent a lot of time, as we talked about in the fall. One of the important things was going to be hanging out with Dave O'Connor, and our guys did that and did a great job with Dave. And we really appreciate him continuing to work with our athletes. And so, yeah, I think a lot of our guys improved. Torsten Jastad's probably our most improved guy. He was playing 5 singles for us most of last year and jumped up to 2 singles and even played a match at 1 this past weekend and looked real strong. But, yeah, I think a lot of our guys got quite a bit better.
And you got off to some good results this previous weekend, a little split squad action, but you all got victories. Talk about the start to the season. What was the main positive other than the result?
Sure. I think the main positive is that, again, we got 3 wins, and that's always nice, but our singles looked strong. Our singles was strong in both places. Jen, Tanel, and I were up in Green Bay, and we won 11 of the 12 singles matches up there, and the one that we lost, we had a couple match points, and so we were about 1 point away from sweeping all 12 singles matches, and our guys looked good. They looked prepared, and they played within themselves, and so that was a real positive. Sean Brown coached our guys back home, and our singles looked pretty strong here for the most part. So, yeah, I think that was probably the biggest positive. We felt like we were a strong singles team after the fall, and that showed through the first weekend.
And second weekend competition steps up a big-time notch. No disrespect to who you played last weekend, but when you're facing Chicago and Wheaton, that's always going to be tough, but it's going to be a good test, and I'm assuming your guys are going to embrace that challenge.
Yeah, our guys are excited for it. We had a great match with Wheaton 2 years ago. Ended up coming out on top, but that was a real tight match. Came down to a couple points on a few courts. Could have gone either way, and they've got a real strong team. Their number 1 doubles team is highly ranked in the region. Their number 1 singles player is a returning All-American. They've got a couple new freshmen in towards the top of their lineup, some veteran players at the bottom. So that's going to be a real tough match for us Saturday night. I think the match with Augustana this past weekend will really prepare us well for that. We got pushed at a lot of different spots against them, and so hopefully that'll help us in the Wheaton match. And then Chicago, Darren, will probably be the most talented team we play all spring and one of the top teams on our schedule. So, yeah, our group that's headed down to the Quad Cities, we're really excited for that opportunity.
And a couple of groups in action here as well.
Yeah, we've got Loras and Grandview coming in this weekend, so another home match for us with Loras. We got a conference win over BV this past weekend, and we'll be looking to do the same with Loras. They've got some good players at the top of their lineup, so that'll be a challenge for us, especially with our split squad. And then Grandview's a team we haven't played here recently and don't know a whole lot about. They did have a 5-4 result with Central, just barely losing to them in the fall, and so with kind of our second squad playing them, we'll probably have our hands full. So, yeah, it's a big weekend for us, 4 matches. A lot of guys are going to get on the court quite a bit, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, hopefully the success can continue and keep moving forward this weekend. We wish you best of luck, Adam.
Thanks, Darren.
Adam Strand, talking Luther College men's tennis.